Thames Challenge Cup, Sabrina Rowing Club against Fujian Rowing Club from China. Another international lineup. Sabrina just asking for a moment.
Attention! Go!
Concentration etched on the faces of the Fujian Rowing Club from China there. And away they go. Arduous and demanding course stretching out behind them.
And a good start from both crews. I think really high intensity off the start in those days. We were talking lots of noise. You know, we've got 18 people sort of all moving at once. And lots of noise from the coxes, of course, you can hear there. I think that's the cox from Sabrina really edging her men on to get past that island in front.
Yes, in case you were doubting the maths, don't forget the cox.
Absolutely. So
definitely 18 rather than 16 out on the water there. And just looking at the stroke rate of Sabrina, they went at it hell for leather, didn't they? Right from those pontoons and past Temple Island, they were giving it an almighty move. But it's Sabrina who are now down considerably on the Fujian Rowing Club of China.
But then again, we did see earlier, you know, going off the start at such a high intensity and such a high rate can be costly later on down the course, and we'll have to see whether they can hold on to that as they pan through the stages of this race.
It's Shropshire in the middle of the Sabrina boat with the sunglasses on and the baseball hat on backwards. Looks a bit of a character.
And this, of course, Sabrina Club are always the alumni of Shrewsbury School.
Yes.
So all of these guys will have rowed for Shrewsbury School in their time back in the day. They'll be competing later on in the Princess Elizabeth this afternoon, the current schoolboys. But here they are, still representing and still clinging on to their club of yonder years.
Clinging on? Flying at the moment, doing well here at Henley. Got to be going well for them. And there's the Fujian Rowing Club, a Chinese-based outfit, looking very comfortable, very strong at the moment. Thames Challenge Cup.
Really nice and relaxed there from Mitsubishi. You can see, you know, in terms of the concentration on their face is absolutely nothing fluctuating there. And a nice shot from above, just to give the contrast there, just to show Mitsubishi now a couple of lengths up on the crew from Sabrina.
Look at that for a lead, really forcing their way well out ahead of Fujian Rowing Club now. And the cox Chen will be very satisfied with the Yates performance here. Cox Tay of Sabrina Rowing Club knows there's work to do, but I fear it will be too much for Sabrina Rowing Club as they head down the course. It's getting more overcast, by the way, and the breeze continues to blow.
But the Fujian Rowing Club have managed to keep up that really high rating we saw off the start, and I think that's an incredible feat to have achieved down this course.
Just having a close-up look there. Read what you will into those facial expressions, a few grimaces. Some of them look remarkably relaxed, don't they? Considering the pace they've been going at and how far into the race we are. It's strong athletes in that boat.
Absolutely. The Chen in the stroke seat looks absolutely calm, and I think to have somebody who's setting the rhythm, setting the stroke rate, who has that calmness about them, just keeps the rest of the crew relaxed, and yeah, I think that's given them a really nice rhythm all the way down this course.
It's Chen in the stroke seat. It's also Chen the cox, and he's demanding, isn't he? He's obviously a man of high standards, making absolutely sure that they hold this race together until the finish line, which will come into the top of your shot in a few moments' time. lush green, isn't it? We've had so much rain, lots of showers here throughout June, and everything is a lovely lush green on the banks. So you've got the marker there. There's Henley Town Centre in the background, St Mary's Church. And they are approaching the end as another great gust of wind blows down the course.
And you can just see there, a bit bumpy for the Sabrina crew on your screen now. The blade work just going a little bit off kilter. You can see that they're really combating that bit of water that they're facing as they come into the closing stages of this race.
Fujian Rowing Club of China, very international, the Thames Challenge Cup every year. We've had Thames Rowing Club locally winning in 2015, but beating crews from the USA and Germany on the way there. Student crews have been excluded since 1995. This is 8 of club standard rather than of grand standard, to give it the official blurb. And they've looked a class act, haven't they?
Yes, absolutely. And I think they've now started to take down that high rating that we saw earlier on. I think they've decided to conserve a bit of energy for the later races through the week. Obviously, they'll be racing every day in an event like the Thames Challenge Cup. And they've got another, you know, if they're successful in getting through to the final, potentially 4 races ahead of them after this.
Sabrina's first entry since 1946, I'm told, so making a little bit of history here. But I think it'll be the end of their week, and I think the Chinese will continue into the second round as they come in front of the big grandstands and stewards.
And I mean, this crew, I'm sure we've got some people watching from China with us on the YouTube stream today, and they'll be watching these guys from the Fujian Rowing Club. Silver medalists in the lightweight and heavyweight fours at the National Youth Games on board in this crew, so a force to be reckoned with, I'm sure.
Farmer's got his hay in early. Saw the hay lorry going past over the bridge a moment ago. He's done well, because I reckon it's going to rain by midday. Here they come then, the Fujian Rowing Club of China. Final couple of strokes.
And that Cox is really starting to drive them home. That's Chen in the Cox seat.
Is that sensible? Would you not be better off preserving a bit of energy for later?
Well, maybe they're just practicing their wine for the finish, Tim. Who knows, they could have a tighter race tomorrow, so...
They could. They won't have much energy left, because that was an emphatic performance from Fujian Rowing Club of China. Really impressive. Well done to them. Comfortably through. Yeah, high fives.
A fab high five there between Stroke and Cox.
Chen and Chen high-fiving. Just looking out the window of the commentary box here. And they can be really proud of their morning's work. Navigated the course, tricky conditions. And they've seen off Sabrina Rowing Club. They are now paddling for the line. And they will remember that experience. Great to be here. And they were pitted against that boat, one of the best, I reckon.
Absolutely, I think that's a class act from Fujian Rowing Club, and you know, the guys from Sabrina, of course, as I mentioned earlier, representing their old school alumni boat club. I'm sure they'll be proud of their performance today.
Fujian Rowing Club of China beating Sabrina Rowing Club in the Thames Challenge Cup.